Welcome back to the podcast, Soca Lovers. I am your host, Deanna, aka DysChick. Today, I am joined by the hosts of Chat and Bother podcast. We are talking about ushering in a healthy new year. So I decided to bring in a healthy couple to talk to us about relationship goals and how they navigate, being in a Caribbean American household. So we're going to get into it today. Welcome to the podcast, Don and Eva Wilson.
Hello.
Hey.
Excited to be here.
Nice. So for the people who don't know, and I don't know how they don't know because you guys have an award-winning podcast, what is the Chat and Bother podcast? How did you guys get started? And why did you feel the need to, you already had a brand as Soca Mom. Why did you feel the need to get into the podcasting world?
Ooh, you want to do it?
Well, every morning, my wife wakes me up. So I don't stay on social media. In fact, I don't even have or use social media outside of LinkedIn. So she normally wakes me up when she wakes up. And that's really early, normally around 5 o'clock in the morning. And she wants to chat me up. And, she's bothering me. So that's where the term chat and bother came from, because I am still kind of in my sleep state when she's telling me about all these things. But then it normally turns into a conversation about what's going on in the world and what's happening on the internet. And so we decided to record it, and it's going from there.
Yeah, I'm a very early morning person, and I don't need coffee.
What? How? What?
I don't know.
I don't understand it either.
I don't know, but I don't need coffee. So I wake up, and I'll usually give him about 15, 20 minutes or something. But then once I start getting up, I'm gonna get going.
Starts rolling.
So he was just like, we should go ahead and record this, because it gets really funny by the time he starts to wake up, but he's still irritated, but it gets kind of funny. So we saved the domain name and everything in 2020.
Yeah.
And forgot. So when we said, okay, we're going to go ahead and do it, I went back to claim the domain name, forgot that I'd already claimed it, and I was like, oh,
it's taken.
We've been burgled. It was kind of sad, but I was, yeah. So that's how we got going.
By you.
By me.
Right.
I was the problem.
Oh, no. Oh, man.
Maybe I do need coffee. I don't know. It's possible.
I mean, you're a Caribbean woman. How you wake up without coffee or tea? I don't understand.
Tea, yes. But it's not caffeinated tea. It's not, what did I used to have?
Lipton?
To get Lipton sometimes, but then it was Bigelow. It was the Earl Grey, because that's basically coffee. But I just do herbal tea now. I'm just high on life now.
Yeah. Still don't understand it, but it works for her. I need my cup of joe in the morning, so
yeah.
Makes sense, as most regular people do.
I don't know why I gotta be irregular.
I don't know why.
Special.
But that obviously can't be the only thing that is different about the two of you, because Don, you are an American background, and you decided to go and marry a Caribbean woman. So I guess everybody's gonna be asking why. What were you thinking?
What was
why? Well,
make it good.
I met this young lady in school, and she caught my eye right away. So we didn't make the connection right away. I let her get out of school without, me.
It's just wow.
This is new to you. You've never heard this at all.
I mean, not this way.
Not this version.
I let her get out of school. I'm gonna tell you what happened.
No. You don't need to tell the story. I can tell the story.
Clearly, you don't feel like being honest this morning. I'm telling.
Well, listen.
Okay.
So we met in school.
I'm gonna give you one more chance
and
to get
then
this right.
We reacquainted. We ran into each other here in DC, and after seeing each other for a little while, we connected and started dating. That was 2002, and I didn't realize how good of a person she was when we were in college. I thought she was just a pretty face, but
And mean. So apparently, I didn't find this out until the night before graduation. My nickname in school was Evil Eva. I
Oh,
had no clue, none. One of my classmates was imbibing and felt like telling me everything he ever heard about me over the last 4 years.
Yeah.
And everyone thought I was just so mean and so, laser focused on just, I was mean.
I didn't pick up on the mean part. Well, I guess I knew, she was in a relationship at the time, and I knew she shut me down when I first tried to, you know, approach her. Um, I didn't come with the best game, so I had to up my game.
You know what he came with?
No,
I need to know. I need to know what you said.
I'm telling. Since this is what we're doing today.
Oh, there we go.
He came with, why you looking so mean?
I wasn't having my best day, so she was there. I was in the
You
room.
see how he just leaves out the
And-
good stuff? But I'm giving you the tea. Mhm.
Wow.
And I said, in hopes that you would not come over here. But here we are.
So at that point, I knew that if she was in a relationship, she would be able to crush the hopes and dreams of anybody that would be coming at her. So, okay,
Fair. She knows how
that
to
works.
shut it down. That's
Yeah,
good.
she can curb who she needed to curb. So, yeah. So I just kept my eye on her.
It's the equivalent of today's, hey, big head. You know, those little check-ins. Yes.
Yeah,
That kind of
I mean, I knew she was wifey material. I just didn't have the game to pull it in. So,
Aw. So when you came back around the second time, you were a little bit more seasoned?
I was a little more seasoned, but I also had a little more confidence. So,
You didn't need no more confidence.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh my God. This little humble business you're seeing here is a lot. Oh my God.
boy. Me?
Okay, I'm gonna tell you where we met, just
Yes.
so that you can get the context. See, he left out all the good stuff.
See, you know how to summarize the points to
It's
get
not
you the point, right?
summarizing. You left out the good part.
Oh.
So HBCU, we both went to an HBCU.
Oh, you gonna tell that part?
That part.
No, but not
That part. So we met. You know how HBCUs have these modeling clubs
Mhm.
where you see them online and they're giving they're doing all of these things. That's where I met this young man.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she was a model.
So the reason, tell us the reason why you were in said club.
But
Right.
I was just there for practice.
Right.
Yeah.
Practicing his game.
Oh. To
And
meet
see,
all the young ladies in the club.
with whomst ever was available.
And
Right.
his approach to you was, why are you looking so mean?
That was what he worked with.
Oh boy.
Yeah. He did his best.
No. See, sometimes you try some things and you realize, wait a minute. If you try fishing with the wrong bait, you're gonna catch the wrong fish.
Accurate.
But he made sure he was in a pond where the fish would be cute and
stocked properly.
a properly stocked pond. He wasn't fishing just anywhere.
I'm not fishing in the Schuylkill or whatever.
Right. So see, he gonna give y'all this innocent. I didn't do nothing. That's no.
Good to know. Good to know. So even though you didn't have the game, you knew where you needed to be, how you needed to situate yourself, but then you just said the wrong words.
Yeah, there's one of my favorite rappers is Common. He has a line in one of his songs called "The Light." It says, "It doesn't take all day to recognize sunshine."
Look at him redeeming himself right now.
Yeah, but Common.
Well,
You mean community property common, but we're just gonna move on past that.
listen,
we're talking about the art, not the artist. So it was the words.
no, see,
Trying to
I
save
thought
you.
it's coming out.
I thought we were friends. I thought it was
Trying to
me
say-
and you.
But she heard the truth. A broken clock is right twice every day.
He was right at least 7 times. He was right a lot.
Yeah. However, it worked.
It worked.
Eventually, you guys got here, and you
Yes.
have been together now. How many eons?
It'll be 22 years in April.
Yeah, 24 years dating.
Oh, dating, yes. 24 total.
Yeah.
Wow. Those numbers these days are hardly talked about. There are people who are like, I gave it 2 good years. We were good.
I mean, but I get it. Especially in the age of social media, I absolutely get it.
Yeah,
it's some things.
I pray hard for my kids and all my single friends. That's rough out there.
It's wild. It is
Dating
wild.
pool is a cesspool. You were fishing in a pond. We are in like the Hudson. Like you're not pulling anything good.
Oh,
With the boots and the old tires.
Mafia bodies. Like it's just not. We're not
no.
pulling anything good out of there. So yeah. But also, you guys didn't have social media to capture your horrible moments and bad game and horrible dates and
Yeah, because I would have been a meme off of that. But
yeah. It was more so. Thank goodness it hadn't like fully taken off because we would not be together. I don't see it because we were in the age of Black Planet.
oh, I loved Black Planet. I had a horrible name. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah. So yeah, I had a couple of profiles. Yeah.
She had a spam.
And then I think he discovered me Hente. And was like, you know what? I'll just fish in all the ponds and see if we could see what can happen. But that was at the beginning of all of that. So we got together in time that YouTube was just starting, really.
Yeah, YouTube started maybe a year or two after we got married.
Yeah.
Or no,
so,
maybe it was right around when we got married.
So we didn't have everybody putting their relationship on YouTube. We didn't have that. The Instagram, everybody has to be perfect. Your family has to be perfect.
I mean, reality TV wasn't even really a big thing.
It wasn't. It wasn't really. I think we only had Real World, and
that was at
that's
the
when they had jobs and they were real people.
Right.
Yeah.
And now we didn't have Big Brother and all of no Real Housewives. So the pressure was a little less to be publicly great.
So where did you draw your relationship inspiration from? Because like you said, a lot of people right now, they're looking up TikTok videos of you can't take me to Cheesecake Factory and I'm supposed to be a protector provider and we go 50-50 and all kinds of things. Where did you guys find, since you didn't have social media, where did you find your relationship inspo? What modeled it for you?
Well, both of our parents are divorced. So
not
to take that off the table.
Okay.
So we knew some things that we didn't want to do.
Right. So we kind of process of elimination. We're just not going to do any of those things. And so that actually wasn't a bad start because you've got 2 separate relationships to look at that each had their own issues. So we could pick and choose what to deal with and what not to deal with.
Yeah.
My best friend Carla, her parents been together forever, and kind of watching them and how they interact with each other was great. Who else did you have to model? And because he took on, because he's a thief, so he took on. Yes, you did. My best friend's dad. I was like, well, first of all,
hey, listen, again, sunshine. You when you see somebody that's doing something the right way, whether it's a sports star or something like that, you can admire what you see and say, you know what, maybe I want to emulate a little bit of what they do.
Fair.
And I could say, okay, well, I like how he does this. I like how he does this. I wonder how they got that. And you can take bits and pieces and cobble together how you want your relationship to flow and how you want to treat people and how you want to be treated and what you'll stand for, what you won't stand for. and you see how that works in other people's relationships, and you sort of cobble together your vision and view of the world.
Yeah. And of course, checking in with your partner, make sure you're on the same page, because you might be like, marriage, house, kids. And she might be like, dalliance. maybe a year. Maybe we take a trip. There's an activity partner. We go on walks and then it's done.
Yeah, I think so. The good thing is that when we started dating, we would do breakfast dates that were meetings, right? So he lived, where did you live? You lived in DC.
Yeah.
I lived out in Laurel, Maryland.
Yeah.
And I had,
County.
yes, and I had a son when we were dating. So our dates had to be a little more creative because I kept my kid in a little happy bubble, right? He ain't know.
Hip pocket.
Yes. So, he knew him as, he calls him, still today, calls him Wilson, right? Because it wasn't going to be no uncle. No, but that's weird. Super weird. If it goes somewhere, that's weird. But he would come up with these different kinds of dates. So sometimes it'd be in the evening if I could get a sitter. But if we got up early enough, I could drop my kid off at daycare, and then we could meet up in the city because I worked in the city and have breakfast. So these meetings weren't really dates if you think about it, because we would eat and talk about business until it was time to go to work.
Yeah, so that was one of the things we bonded over, was like, I knew she was pretty. I knew I enjoyed the conversations.
She knew she was pretty too.
Yeah, she knew.
I did. Look, I try to keep it together. I try to keep it together.
But what I didn't realize when we were in school is that she was an entrepreneur, and that was very attractive to me. And I got to see her potential, got to see the way she thought about things, the way that she worked, the way she moved, and how she wasn't going to let anything stand in her way. And I was like, wait a minute, that's all right. Okay. And so we started having these discussions around, like, where could this go and how could I think about this and what are some goals? And, we're just having these discussions about goals and business over breakfast, and what kind of empire she wanted to build, what kind of empire I wanted to build.
We got notebooks. It's like a thing. It was a bring your notebook, your folio, bring all your stuff, your different color pens. So that was
what strategy session.
That's what dating looked like for us. That's what it looked like, because when you have a kid, right, you're coming in with a child. You can't be about foolishness. You can't be out there arguing about Cheesecake Factory. I just need to eat. Okay, how about that? I just need to eat. You can't be arguing about, do you order something for the kid? It's a kid. I hope so. The common sense doesn't seem to be there these days online. Why would you sit there and argue about getting a $10.99 kids meal for somebody's kid?
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Or who's going 50-50? Do the lights need to be on? If you need lights and I need lights, we're going to figure out how to pay for the lights,
Yeah.
So I'm glad that we didn't have those kinds of robots, because we know Ms. Hicks wasn't no 50-50. It's like, my money is my money and your money is my money.
Bring your check home.
Okay. Right. And so I was not mad that he was looking at Mr. Hicks like that was his dude. That was perfectly fine with me. But, it's one of those things, if it comes down to it, the money is the money. Right. So that's one of the things that we took off the table to fuss about.
One pot.
Yeah, the money goes into a pot and it goes where it needs to go, and that's that.
Yeah.
But that's when you're dating with like intention. You're seeing what you want. I mean, hearing that you thought her being an entrepreneur and no nonsense was attractive. These days, men are like, oh, that's intimidating. She's too independent. She has all of this going on. There's no room for me.
Nah, I mean,
you didn't believe in too independent.
No, that was.
You're a functioning adult. You're too independent.
Yeah, like that. That was to me, I guess, seeing what everybody else was going through too many guys I knew were dating people that it was just a picture. There was nothing else there. It was just a picture. And I was like, I don't want that. Like, she's nice on the eyes, but can you talk to her? Like, oh, you hate her voice. Interesting.
Oh,
Bro, you just gonna marry what you see. That picture's gonna change over time, right? Like things will time is undefeated. So,
hmm
you need more than just what's there to stare at. And, like I had arguments with several of my friends about that, that you need more. And so I started realizing I thought it was just okay, I needed to be able to have a good conversation. And then when I realized, oh wait, she got that hustle gene. Okay, I I could work with that. And I started realizing, wait, she's kind of funny too. All right, I could work with that too. Like, and there were things that like you come into it with a mindset that you want certain things, but then there's bonuses. You're like, wait, that bonus is not a bonus. That's a feature that you need. Okay, cool.
Nice.
Yeah, okay, so your viewers, listeners may not like me for this. I'm just gonna say it though, because we're right here.
Here we go.
We're right here, but also you got 22, 24 years on them. So whatever it is, it works. So share the knowledge.
So I did not want a smart man.
No, they logged off. We're
I didn't. I wanted I didn't feel like there was ever going to be anybody intelligent enough of the male gender to lead in any way ever. So I just decided I wasn't going to look for that. I was going to go on the other spectrum and find the type of person that just,
She wanted an airhead.
yeah,
Be pretty. Don't
talk. Don't say anything. Don't
God.
say words. And unfortunately, dudes like to talk. It's a lot. And you would think, yeah. So they like to talk and say stuff and piss you off. Right? So I was like, this isn't going to work. I'm just going to have to, I can't. So I tried men without a lot of,
brain power.
with a lot, yeah, there's not a lot of brain power. And it's really annoying. It's not something that you can just say, sit there and look cute. And you wonder why people who are just in a relationship with somebody for the looks, why it doesn't last, because eventually they do say stuff.
Crack.
They talk to you. So,
That's horrible advice.
it's terrible. I course corrected. So Don knew things that I didn't know, and it was surprising to me because I hadn't met too many people who were smart and could have a conversation, right? Because they're either actually I hadn't met too many people who could have a conversation. That's just where I landed. Smart, not smart, it didn't work. It didn't matter. But we could talk, we could have a conversation, and he knew things that I didn't know. He knew things that I didn't know. So at the time, I had a job, I was designing websites, and then I was running another 2 or 3 businesses. It was insane, but you got to feed a kid. It's expensive.
Mm-hmm.
So he showed me a CMS. Now, I had been kind of like hard coding things in.
A content management system.
Yeah, like a predecessor to WordPress. It was where it just made my life so much easier.
She was rolling these websites by hand, and I was like, "Why are you
rolling by hand? Why are you telling everybody?"
Anyway. Because that puts it into a frame they can understand.
Right. Yeah, I was. I'll roll it myself. So anyway, I was I was working really hard, and I was doing it all on dial-up.
Whoa,
friend! It was a lot. It was a lot. So he would try to call me and couldn't call me because it was dial-up.
I'm like, what are you doing on dial-up all day long?
And he was like, you could really do something else. So, he showed me all these different things that I could do with the talents that I had. And I'm going, we might be onto something here. Oh my gosh. We might have to go out. So yeah, I realized that having an intelligent man was a huge bonus, and that there were people who knew more than I did. Shocking.
Yes.
I mean,
Shocking, especially about technology, because I have been coding since I was like 7 or 8, right? So it been a long time. And I had met one of his classmates
Ooh.
who argued me down about something very, very elementary and very, very simple. One of his classmates in computer science. Now, my degree is in marketing. So I don't have a technical degree. He does. So my expectations of his classmates were going to be real low. They're going to be real low. It just so happened that I was attracting some people who were just not the swiftest runners in the race.
Well, you
because I was looking for.
You were looking.
That's the pond I was in. I was fishing in that.
Yep. Where the fish are just kind of bumping into each other.
Yeah, they just bumping into each other. They just jumping up onto the
Swimming over each other.
jumping onto the land and just waiting for you to pick them up, put them in the bucket like that kind of. That's where I was. But yeah, it was finding out that somebody could be, and I'm gonna do it, smarter than me.
No.
About something. I didn't say everything. I said something.
Okay. All right.
And I said, well, I better
you
marry.
Got that on.
No, she's going to edit that out. Because we're right here.
She's not. She's not. That's going to be the clip.
Oh, God. On repeat. Oh.
Promo that.
Yeah. That's good. But that also means, sometimes you don't know what you actually need. You think you want something and then you find something that's actually better for you. I don't think a lot of people right now have room for that. They're just like, no, I want this. A man has to have this. He got to be 6 foot this. He got to do this. He has to do that. Or a woman has to do this. She got to cook. She got to clean.
Oh,
like, does that actually fit into your lifestyle? Like, you want a woman who's not going to use you for your money, but bro, you don't have any money.
You don't have any. What did this? Like I said, you don't have no gold to dig.
No gold.
But you were the gold diggers.
Oh.
I think we traumatized Don. He just went somewhere.
Yeah, because I was the gold digger. That was me.
You were?
Yes, remember? So many people in his life believed that I was the gold digger.
Oh. Yeah, but what they didn't know was that this woman already had a house. I didn't. I was living in my aunt's basement. So, I don't know what gold she could be digging when I'm looking for my own place. And, I eventually figured that out. I had to get the house before I got, I got to get a castle to put the queen in. But
he proposed at his housewarming. He was like, all right, deal's done. Let's do it. He proposed at his housewarming.
I want to make sure I was ready.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think people don't always take the time to understand the full picture, and they make assumptions before they get the facts. And when they do realize the facts, you're like, wait, this was an independent woman that was moving in her own way, and he saw what he wanted. Okay, all right, cool.
Yeah, because I ain't gonna prove who I am to anybody. If you think I'm X, Y, and Z, okay.
Eva, what's your background?
Okay, I am a Trini born in late December. So, I don't really do astrology, but you can take that how you want to take it.
She a cold-hearted Trini.
Okay, don't nobody want a Trini born in the late December, early January, do they? They do not, but this means this is a strong man. Very strong man. He can manage all that.
Seriously.
So listen, you're not gonna know all my business if you want to make up stuff. It's okay.
Yeah, I didn't know that whole thing about how strong the Caribbean women were.
Oh, you
And-
learned you took a crash course.
Ooh, you learn fast. You learn fast, you know. You ever see those clips where somebody is like holding on to something and that thing takes off? You're like, whoa, okay.
Yeah. like when someone goes water skiing and you just see skis over face.
They just holding the thing
and they just gone.
Yeah.
You hit the throttle. You hit the throttle too fast. Yeah.
So yeah, I got a quick education in how being in a relationship with a Trini woman is, and you know, you adjust, you learn to pray.
You adjust.
You learn to pray.
Yeah.
He was a very religious man from the start.
He got more religious.
He got closer to God.
I will say this: I was religious, but then I gained faith. You know, you get a personal relationship with God. You know, you start realizing, oh, okay, all right, let me put my 2 knees down here.
Look at you, bringing people to God. I'm going to say that's what Caribbean women do. It just bring you closer to God.
Closer to Jesus.
Yeah.
Right.
Or your maker, however you want to do it.
Well,
right. Yeah.
Okay, so the night we reconnected or met here in DC, my introduction to her Trini cousin was very abrupt because I'm focusing on her, and her cousin was looking at me like, this brother is not about to, you know, try and whatever I did, it rubbed her wrong, and I was like, wow, okay.
People who have been in Adams Morgan after you party, because I was partying. He was somewhere reading his good book. I don't know, but he was in Adams Morgan as well, having coffee. I don't know, something holy. No idea. But anyway, me and my cousin were coming from the club, and after the club, you go and get a big slice. Like you get the big pizza. It's similar to New York pizza, but a little greasier. So I don't know what he said or what happened, but she started flinging a big slice at. I'm just glad she didn't have anything heavier or more dangerous. I don't know what. She ended up loving him after this particular meeting.
Yeah, I rubbed her all the way.
I don't even know what you said, but all I just saw was dough flying. I'm like, just crust.
Yeah.
How do you come back from that where you're like, I guess I ruined it. I'm now reconnecting with this woman and here's pizza in my face.
Okay, so you're seeing, you know, the version that's, you know, not fresh out of college. If you saw what I was seeing, you know, you walked through a couple of walls that, you know,
he was like, whatever. It was only pizza. Yeah.
I mean, I'll win the angry cousin over later, you know. But are we okay? All right, good.
Priority.
Here's my number. Call me later. All right.
I remember what I had on. I understand it.
The clothes could wash. You were in it for the long haul. You're like, this is fine.
And you know, she didn't really like it. Didn't all land. So like, all right, cool.
He's an athlete. Dodged some of it. It didn't like. It wasn't embarrassing or anything. It was just like, whoa! Did you just fling pizza at me?
On the next episode of the DysChick Rant and Rave podcast, we're gonna have the Trini cousin to hear her side.
Nah, friends. Nah.
I need to know why you got pizza in your face.
And it's been almost 25 years. I don't even know if she knows, but
did she act like it didn't happen the next time I saw her?
Yeah, because again, we left the club.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah.
In her mind, it might not happen. I don't know. We don't know.
Context.
Yeah.
Got it. That makes sense. Wow. And you still were like, I'm gonna keep going.
Oh, and at the time I was seeing somebody, and he was like, I'll wait. It's fine.
Well, I knew who it was, so
you didn't have much faith in that relationship.
I was like, all right.
Because rewind to what I said I was looking for in a person. He was like, that's cute. That's not going to do it.
Bet. Call me.
Well, I'll wait.
You're done with stupid over here.
When you're done, I'll be yeah.
Wow, that's a lot. I commend you because Caribbean women are not easy. Um, and
Nope.
then you also
Mhm.
have a Caribbean woman raised in America, where you have that immigrant kind of force behind you saying you got to do stuff, you got to be about stuff. We did not pick up and move to this country for you to now just
Oh,
like
yeah.
So
beg.
that's a whole nother force. Like you use the right word, force. Like there's definitely intentions there.
And the family has expectations of him. It's like she can do whatever she wants to do without you. So what are you going to do to add to
Mhm.
that? Like there better be a multiplication here,
Right.
not addition. We don't want you just sitting there.
And God
You
forbid you even think about subtracting.
subtract. Oh,
No.
Lord. Mm.
Nah, you need to be breathing life into this.
Yeah, I had my cousin said, I don't know if it was my cousin or my aunt said, people get abducted off of the street every day and no one ever finds them.
No.
Was it abducted?
Well, one said that. Another one said, you know what's in a can of Alpo?
No one else does either.
Oh, the threat.
Yeah.
You could be.
Could be you, could be beef.
Like, oh, all right. So y'all all like this?
It's
Okay.
everybody.
It's I'm gonna be honest, I've definitely heard family members be like, stairs are tricky.
But no, what was wild? What's wild though is I'm used to getting that from like the older brother, the dad,
Oh,
whatever. Nah, this was her Trini cousins and aunties and
oh, these are the women. The women in my family are wow. They're a
look,
lot.
strong drinks all around.
Everybody.
Everybody.
The dudes are actually the coolest.
The dudes were like, "What's up, dude?"
They're like whatever.
But they knew that the sharks was gonna swim around
Yeah, it's
by
like we
me
don't have to.
eventually.
Like
Yeah.
we don't even have to get in that. They got it.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
They
So,
just
one at a time just pulled up on me like, people get missing, right?
They used to go missing all the time.
You want to be an can of Alpo? What?
But my brother and my dad are like, "Are you okay?
Right.
Is everything okay? Are you doing okay?"
You sure?
because they've been
Yeah.
through it. They know the women. Yeah. And then you decided to marry her and raise children. And so I have to ask, of the two backgrounds, which one influences the children more? Of course.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I mean,
Absolutely.
yes. If Soka comes on, they can't stand still. Sure.
Good job, Eva.
Yeah.
I did my best.
And that was from birth. But yeah, I mean, culture wise, that was why she started Soka Mom. It was to make sure that they got that culture. Because she couldn't find the resources around here. So she was like, well, how do I, make sure my kids are absorbed and steeped in the culture? And so that's why she started Soka Mom. So, um, you know, you can trip and fall and find, Black American culture here, but you couldn't find Trini culture without being in that vein and knowing. You got to know somebody who knows where that thing is happening and where to find it. Both of our sons played steel pan.
Good job.
You have to know, again, you have to know somebody who knows somebody who wants to tell you, because that's the other thing.
Right.
They might not want the gatekeeping back then. Like now we have Instagram and all these other things. The gatekeeping was crazy. So when I moved to DC, my family here was very connected.
Yeah.
So that's why I was like, you know what, let me just share this with other people like me who may not have the family that's here.
Yeah.
Right? They may be all alone here and they're raising these kids and they want them to get to be around sounds that make them feel comfortable and make them feel at home outside of just their little bubble of people.
Yeah. And why were they gatekeeping though? Were they just like, if we let you in too much, like they know how appropriation works. They're like, if we let too many people in, we might lose control of this.
I think it is kind of like a birds of a feather kind of a thing, because African Americans will say not all skin folk are kinfolk.
Right.
It's that. It's that. You don't want, yes, this person is from Guyana, this person is from Trinidad, this person is from Jamaica, but that doesn't necessarily mean just that connection is enough.
Mm.
So it's, very kind of cliquish and social to keep out what they want to call a bad element. And I get that, because you're not going to have a lot of shooting up the parties. You're not going to have that kind of thing. And a lot of the parties are multi-generational. So you want to be careful about who's around your children, because all the kids go upstairs. Who else is upstairs? I don't know this person and that person. So it's more of that kind of reasoning. It's not necessarily about culture per se. It's making sure that the environments are uh, kind of safe
Yeah, they're being
in a
more
way.
protective of.
Yeah, they're more protective of the people than the culture necessarily.
I'd never been to a party that was intergenerational like that. Like to see Auntie over there whining down,
And
and
she 86 years old, and
I'm
then
like,
the 20-year-olds are like, get it. I mean, it's a
it's cool.
lovely thing to see. It's just really beautiful. And the kids know what time they need to go
Mhm.
and get out.
Yeah, disappear.
Right.
Yeah.
And they go in the room with the coats, or they may have already set up a space for the kids to do whatever they're going to do and hang out and watch TV and things like that. And it's not always, and it's a lot of times it's at somebody's home.
Yeah.
So again, it's very much who you know.
Like that's not
Ooh,
uncommon to see
yes.
at a house party.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. And the boat ride, oh my goodness. It's something that I definitely wanted my kids to experience.
And that's not really prevalent in Black American culture where your
I
kids
mean,
are going with you.
you see shades of it, but it's not the same. So like my family is pretty big and we have family reunions and things like that. So like at the family reunion, you'll see people, sort of intergenerational partying there, but it's not at that level. Like the grandmas will watch the kids go over there and dance, or maybe the parents, the kids' parents dancing, but it's normally the elders watching what's happening, not necessarily like seeing my grandma get up and whine like that. Be like, whoa, grandma, I didn't know you had that in you. I didn't know you still could do it. Okay.
My cousin in her 80s was still doing Queen of the Band. Like she was, and that's the family that he came into. It was, we're not, I'm not getting a babysitter. The kid's coming with me. And there's a room where there's going to be a teenager or somebody in there who can handle everybody. And then when she gets too old to be in there, she gets to go to the party. And you know what I'm saying? There's like a cycle of things. And I think that's what keeps everybody kind of young that
Yeah.
way, is that you really get to see the adults and the elders be people and enjoy themselves.
Mhm.
And what I love is at the end of the party, you see whoever's still married, matriarch and patriarch together, and they do their little dance together and stuff like that before everybody gets the heck out of your house because get going. But I wanted my kids to experience that and to get to know that when you get to a certain age, it's not over. You're not all of a sudden everybody's babysitter because you're 70. No, you better get some glucosamine so your knees can do what they need to do.
Yeah.
Hmm.
They don't do what they need to do now. My knees are.
They don't, but I have good intentions.
This is true. This is
Yes.
true. And you can know your limits.
Right.
You
I
don't whine
do.
as low.
Right. I went to a Kes concert. My daughter actually got the tickets for us to take me to a Kes concert in the summer. And when I tell you I had a time, I had a time to the point where she was like, sit down. I can see your Apple Watch warnings. Please sit. Yes, we had a ball, but that's who I wanted to raise. People who saw their parents as human beings.
Yeah, no, that's important. And that's something I think I don't even think about it as much. Like I'm used to, like my mother used to throw the best parties. My parents were the best hosts. Right?
Mm.
My father knew what you were drinking, so that's check when you're coming over. If you're coming over just to hang out for a little while, or you're coming to a party,
Right.
and it would go till hours. We had to start inviting the neighbors because we were like, just so y'all don't call.
Before they get annoyed, yeah.
Yeah, because sometimes it would be like, "Ma, the sun is shining. We should probably stop."
Wow.
But it would be like in waves, you know, you have the first group of people because these people have to go to work, so they're gonna come
Yes.
early. Then you have the people who are coming off of work, so you have food for them, and that's a different set of people, and it just keeps going.
Yeah.
Don, you look so surprised right now.
No, because I learned the beauty of a line once we got married. Because when we got married, we didn't know one of her first cousins lived, in town, and uh, I got close with her husband, and we could never go anywhere without shutting the restaurant down or shutting. Like it was always like we're always just hanging out, and I love the barbecue.
Mm.
And that's the closest that we would have to a lime, where we're barbecuing and just out there hanging out all night and talking and whatever. But I got connected with them and I was like, this is kind of cool. Like it's not, yeah, maybe you barbecue, maybe you don't, maybe there's food here, whatever, but we're linemen, and it's like, oh,
You
that's
just
different.
exist in the same space.
Yeah.
And the conversations roll from one to the other. The kids don't have to leave. They're in it.
Yeah.
And they're having their own version of their own life, doing their own thing. So yeah, long story short, my culture got adopted.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we go to family reunions.
Yeah.
So my kids do know that part of Black American culture. They go
To Black churches.
Yeah. They've got that.
You're in DC. They go to homecomings.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, they
So we went to HBCU. All of our kids went to HBCUs. So like they're gonna get the culture.
Yeah. So like he was saying, there are ways to get to Black American culture, especially in DC where they grew up.
Mhm.
They can go up the street. Anacostia is right there. There's history everywhere.
Yeah.
It's just a little more difficult if you don't have a lot of family in the area to, get involved with Caribbean culture. It's a little harder.
Yeah, you had to make more of an effort. But I do
Yeah.
know that that is something that comes up all the time. You see it on like TikTok videos or whatever, where they're like, I have to date another West Indian because how am I going to explain this? This makes no sense. How am I going to explain that, my grandma is whining in the party, but that's
Yeah.
okay because that's still grandma.
It's still grandma.
Right.
It's still grandma. And it's funny. That's how the little ones learn to, move their little waist and everything. It's because grandma was here. And when we were at work, that's what she was doing. Yes.
I come home from work, David Rudder is bumping on the radio.
Yeah.
Like, what?
And the little bit, Miss Eden, she went to my friend's house in Georgia, right? They're very African American Southern people. And I don't know what song came on, but she was not quite two. And she's moving her little waist and got her little hand on her hip. And she was dubbed the nasty dancer.
Whoa.
And
And I mean, they're being funny, but friends. So
Right.
yeah.
it was a shock to them. It was like, where'd I come from?
Back she get in her diaper. And then my oldest, he was at Carnival from a year and a half, 2 years old. And he would, we called it his diaper wine. He would take off everything except the diaper. and move his little self, you know. But that's all grandma. Grandma did that. It was not me. Not my fault. Not my fault. I might provide a soundtrack, but that does not mean that I told them to put their back into it. I didn't say that.
Right.
I didn't say that.
I love it. It's so weird that that happens a lot with like dancing in our culture because
Yes.
people will be like, it's vulgar, it's this, it's that. And it's, again, how do you explain to someone who's not of that culture, like, no, this doesn't mean anything. Like, I can wind on somebody and keep it moving.
Yeah. That's like, I don't even know who's back there. That's not my problem. I'm doing what I do. We're not together. I don't know his name and will not find out.
But when you're dating and you're like, what? Yeah, I took a wine with that guy, and so what? It's like,
so I took him with me to, your DC people would know, Crossroads. So I would take him with me to these different places, knowing that he is an American person. I'm not going to do that, right? Because it's going to take too much to explain. So I'm like, either you gonna dance. So he didn't have to experience seeing me, bent over at any point. He didn't have to live through that.
There was no furniture moving.
No, I did not jump off of a speaker box. He did not have to experience any of that. So he's been sheltered in a way. I did take him to Caravana, and I wasn't in it, so yeah, you've
was
been
it
sheltered.
shocking? Like the first time you saw Mass?
No. I mean,
did you go in DC? Had you been in DC?
No.
No.
What was the show on BET?
Oh, back in the day,
Caribbean Rhythm?
Was it Rachel? Yeah,
Miss Rachel.
Rachel. I call her Miss Rachel
from Caribbean
Rachel.
Rhythm.
Yes,
Not Miss
so
Rachel. That's a different person.
Different person altogether. But you've seen it.
Yeah, so I knew some of what to expect, but it wasn't shocking. And we had actually, was it Aruba had a carnival while we were there?
Yeah, but Aruba's carnival,
it's not
the same. So we went to like a neighborhood carnival, so everyone had clothes on. Toronto, we came at the end.
Yeah.
So people were tired.
Yeah.
So it wasn't as vigorous as it could have been. That's the word I'm going to use. It wasn't as vigorous as it could have been.
Yeah.
So, but my oldest was just like, "What is happening?"
It's like, I love my Trini roots.
He was very pleased to be Trini that day.
Oh, he's up there jumping Trini to the bone.
Yes, he was like, absolutely, this works for me.
Well, you eased him in, so that's good. It's like, get a little taste of what it is. You understand the culture a little bit more, because it is kind of hard to not just, obviously, carnival and festivals and the music, but it's just like daily life. Like, no, Saturday morning we're cleaning, or your shoes don't go past this point. No outside clothes on the bed. What are you doing?
Like, outside clothes, yes, they know all of those things.
Yeah,
they are raised. Yes, they know all of those things.
Yeah, I mean, while we were dating, she would tell me, how nostalgia would kick off when she smelled things like Dettol or I'm like, what's it?
Soap,
soap was nostalgic to you?
Because they're not your daily smells necessarily. They were when I was at home, like growing up, but not anymore. I just had a bottle of it so I could sniff it. I know that's not right. It's probably not. It's not like glue or nothing, but I just had it at the house.
Well, Dettol can transport you to a time because usually you're not bathing yourself with Dettol. Like that's family.
Exactly. Right. And I'm not using it. It's just here, and I need to just give it a whiff every now and then so I can think about my grandma.
Right.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, Dettol, Fabuloso. Certain things take you back.
The kids have gotten everything, all the stuff that they need to get, as I think. Yes. At least household stuff.
Yeah. And I think what locked them in was the food. Now, locked me in. Like, wait, roti? I like roti. Okay.
Locked in.
Roti will do it.
Yeah, and
Locked
then I got to when I went to Trinidad for the first time and got to taste doubles. Ooh,
Done. He was done.
sign me up.
He was done.
I'm going back. I'm coming back tomorrow. What's up, bro? You don't need
You
to
don't
get it
eat
every
this
day.
every day.
Nah, I do.
That is the downside. I've definitely dated people when they got introduced to roti, they wanted it all the time. And I'm like, it's the roti, it's wrapped, it's the chicken, it's everything. And I'm like, you can't have this every single day.
That's not a daily meal.
You will die.
It will kill you.
Yeah.
Yes. And then I made float and saltfish. My cousin is an amazing cook. Like, she's amazing. So she'll show me how to do things. So if mine is maybe 40% as good as hers, it's really, really good.
Nice.
These people want to float every day. Sir, you cannot have fried bread and salted fish
Why
on a
not?
daily basis.
Why
That
not?
will kill you.
You should have given it to me.
Yeah.
Said, why not? You introduced me to this. Now you're gonna take it away.
Like, hold on. Like, I'm introducing you to meatloaf, and you giving me bacon shark. Like,
I
what?
have never had meatloaf, and I can stand by that. I have never consumed a loaf of meat with eggs in it. I have not done that.
I mean, some meatloaf could be good.
Never had it.
Yeah.
It don't
It
look right.
also when I make meatloaf, like there's achar and things in it. It's not American.
Oh, okay, because the meatloaf that I have seen has like a ketchup spread on it, and then there's eggs.
Yeah, but
and
okay,
meat.
but you got to know where it's coming from. Like, if it's made by somebody who uses Cool Ranch dressing packets all the time, then you know that's probably not the meatloaf you want. You probably want somebody that's got a soulful hand that has made that knows how to make other stuff.
We're talking about a healthy marriage. Our marriage is healthy because I've never been made to eat meatloaf.
That's
one of the
That's
things.
that's why.
That's one of the
That's
big.
why.
That's in that top 10.
You
I have
know?
never been made to consume meatloaf.
And that's the secret people don't talk about. Like that's
It's what they don't. It's what they
I
don't.
have not
That's
heard anybody give a relationship advice like, don't make her eat meatloaf.
Yeah.
it's the. You know, her sarcasm is top tier. Top tier. She's like, and that's what nobody talks about.
Right.
Top tier.
Secrets.
You just say it. You heard it here first.
Right.
Everyone's wondering, how do you get to 20 years?
Don't.
No meatloaf.
No meatloaf. There it is. We can stop right now.
Right.
Because that's it. That's the secret.
Who knew? Who knew? I was saying that, like, there's meatloaf on one hand and then there's doubles on the other hand.
You're not gonna put that. That's not a fight you're gonna have with me.
No, like doubles is winning that hands down every day. But
Yeah.
Can
Wait, have you been to the KFC in Trinidad?
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
The double decker one?
Now that was one that we had at least 3 times in 5 days. That thing.
I mean, even the ketchup is different.
And it don't matter which one you go to. Like we went to one in I want to call it Trend City. No, Scarborough's Tobago.
No, I'm saying like we went to it in different places. We went
like Trend. Is it Trend City that has? It's like a mall.
It was
we went to one in a mall,
closer south, further south,
and then we went to one
like San Fernando or something like that.
No, we didn't go that far. We went to oh gosh, we went to at least 3 different ones. One we just saw off the side of the road and was like, let's do. I don't even know where we were. We were like, we're stopping.
You get at the airport
because we were on the way back from Pitch Lake.
Yeah, we were like, we just need to stop.
Yeah.
But we had like home food as well. But man, that blame KFC. And I don't know what's in it. What makes it different? Is it a different chicken? I don't know.
Real chicken.
They're real. Maybe they just didn't have as many hormones in it. The hot sauce hit different. The ketchup hit different. I'm like, wait.
And then you came back to the States and you're like, what is this filth? I'm not having KFC here.
This
is the Colonel's chicken. I don't want the Colonel's chicken. I want his helper's chicken.
Yeah, that thing. Woo, mercy.
You want the fresh
Mercy.
Brewster's chicken. You don't want the Colonel's chicken.
No.
It's always talked about. It's what everybody does. You can get it at the airport. Same with the doubles. The doubles man at the airport. That's usually, I mean, because they're like, welcome to Trinidad.
Man, we didn't get doubles at the airport. We got it up the street in Sangre Grande. Yeah. And well, I didn't leave. They just came back with this whole bag of greatness.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter.
You gotta eat something there. Like, I had to stand.
Did you eat something there?
Yes.
Wow.
Fresh, it's hot. You have to.
She was like, well, my brother said, you got to eat some here. It's like, all right, well, if cuz say I gotta eat some here, that's what I'm gonna do. So, well, give me 2 of them. We'll take some back to the family. You know, check it out here, but, slight pepper, all that. Let's go.
You know the order. Yes. Good job.
I'm telling you, people they believe that he is Trini and I am American. That's the belief.
Really?
Yeah.
You're American.
Me. Except, okay, when we're here. When we're there, he is a blaring American person because of...
It's just because I wore cargo pants.
And socks.
Oh no.
Yeah. And socks.
Slides and socks. It was like...
And they said his skin color is very indoors. He said he's under fluorescent.
They called me a house Negro.
Yes, they
Oh my God.
Because even if you are a light brown, there is a
bronzing, a tinge.
A little bronze,
Richness.
tan, a little work outside. Work outside, be outside, play outside. And they have this vision of American people as living under fluorescent lighting. And have you ever seen that show Severance?
Yeah.
That's what they picture American people doing all day. We don't go outside. We sit in those buildings. And so
you're not really wrong.
Right. And so since we went in, I want to say it was wintertime.
Yeah.
You had no color.
Zero.
And it was very much inside. Yes.
Yeah. So by the end of our trip,
he had bronzed.
Bronzed up. But, first get there, it's like, oh, bro, you need some sun.
Socks and glowing in the dark.
Here with the halogen skin. Come on, bro.
Yeah.
Aww.
But I had dressed my children properly. So a guy actually said it looked like me and the kids were from Trinidad, but not him. It was just him. Because I, took them shoes and socks off in the airport, put the flip-flops on them. They were ready to go.
And you didn't take the socks off of him too?
So you see how he's acting all nice and sweet. He can't be told anything.
Oh, come on.
Nothing.
Come on.
Wow.
Don't be like that. Don't be like that.
Nothing can he be told. So he went out in his socks and his Stan Smiths. Yeah.
So
like he about to play in Wimbledon.
Oh,
in 1977. He was out there.
Yeah.
So she's a strong drink. She married a strong drink too. That's
I did.
That's good. That's good. Because definitely, obviously, it's not like you've been blissfully married the whole time. Conflicts will come up, things will arise. And I'm curious because I think people need that advice, right? Right now, it's like, oh, we argued, I'm out. Or you're not disturbing my peace. So how do you resolve it? How do you navigate through that? Like, what's your fighting style?
Ooh. So I have to say I am a big fan of counseling. When we were dating, we went through premarital counseling. We got married, we went through postmarital counseling.
They were like, come back, we're not done.
Y'all need some more work. And our counselors, we they're like aunties to us. They laid into us several times like, nah, you can't talk to him like that. Or no, you said what to her? Okay, come over here. Matter of fact, you need to go over here and talk to my husband. And he would take me to the woodshed, like, bro, you know, there's certain ways you need to move and certain ways you need to shut up, you know, and you know, there's a time for everything, but you need to know how this works. But I think they showed us how to fight fair. And part of it was one, making sure that there was a safe space, knowing that, you know, a lot of people, when things are not going their way, they start looking at the door. They start thinking about the exit immediately. And one of the things that they told us right away was, look, they need to feel like she needs to feel like it's safe for her to tell you what's going on with her, what she's feeling, what she's thinking, without the threat of you making that exit. And you know, there needs to be a safe space for me to be able to make the mistakes I make, knowing that she is not going to start thinking about divorce right away. You know, and that is the first part of the foundation. And the other part is like, all right, well, if you're not going to hear her out right now, you need to tell her when she can give you the peace of mind that she wants to give you. You know, like you need to give her space and know that there will be a time to vent this or whatever. And you know, if you messed up, you're going to take some licks. That's how it works. But um,
I don't beat him, y'all. I don't beat him.
verbal licks.
Okay.
I love that we had to clarify.
Cop showing up at my door.
But I think besides knowing that there was a time and a space for the arguments and there was a safe space to know that, okay, well, look, we're committed to figure this out. We're not going to, you know, figure it out all at one time. We may have to, you know, have this conversation now and then maybe some of it later. If it's not a safe space right now, then I think the other thing, and I didn't realize this was a big thing, is that humor. Humor is a big part of our lives. And I didn't realize how big of a part until, you know, you start to think about how you parent, how you work together, as like we work together a lot. So we've run a business together, podcasts, all this stuff. Working together, you're going to have to be able to laugh at yourself and the things that you do, the mistakes that you make. You know, you have to own up to them, but you have to be able to laugh at them too. And I think when you have somebody that has a similar sense of humor as you, it's a little easier to laugh at yourself because you know they're gonna clown you later on, whether or not you're ready for it.
It's happening.
It's coming, and so
very much happening.
You know, I think watching her use humor as a way to parent, as a way to be a part of this relationship, as a part of being in other relationships with her family, was like, wait, that's kind of refreshing. I've seen her diffuse weird, tense situations with humor, and it's like, oh, okay, that's kind of cool the way you handled that. I could see that being used this way. Okay, cool, all right, and just watching that is a big part of it. And I think the last thing I would say is the person that I'm sitting next to now is not the same person I was sitting next to 22 years ago. She's changed, evolved, she's grown, she's let go of certain things, moved on to other things. And what I know about her now, yes, I've learned and grown, but she's different. And I'm a different person. And we have to give each other space to learn, grow, and be different. And sometimes even challenge each other to do that. You know, I know there's been moments where it's like, when I'm thinking about things a certain way, she might come alongside of me and say, hey, have you thought about it like this? And I'm like, well, no, I didn't. All right, cool. Let me think about it that way. Interesting.
He very much is a circle back kind of a, you know, he's on LinkedIn, nothing else. So he's a very corporate kind of a person. So he's like, we're going to circle back.
We're gonna put a pin in this and
we're going to put
back.
a pin in that, circle back. I think that our fighting style couldn't be your typical, I'm going to say arguing style, because we don't slap boxing here. So I think, I think our disagreement style had to be different because I came in with a child. So you can't be battling it out and then, having makeup sex. That's not a thing you can do with a 3-year-old. You see what I'm saying? You see why this is a problem?
No, I don't see what you're saying. I don't understand this at all.
When you have a 3-year-old, right?
You're saying there's no makeup sex?
Okay, no, I'm saying you have to time things. You can't just, so you're mad at 2:15, right? You can't argue at 2:20. If your kid is right here, like, you got to be like, all right, I'm gonna see you at 8:15. He go to bed at 8:00. 8:15, it's me and you. We gonna tussle, right? So there couldn't be. There's no immediate reaction to things the way that if you get married without a child, if you don't have the Insta family, you can start tussling immediately if you feel like it. You clap back when you feel like it. But if we're in the car, there's a kid in a car seat, and eventually 2-3 kids in car seats, you can't just pop off when you feel like it. So they can just have all kinds of trauma. You got to hold on to that. And hopefully your memory is good enough and you got that lockbox up here like I do. You think I forgot? I didn't forget. I'm just not going to fight you in front of my kids. But their bedtime is 8 p.m. on the dot. Oh, please believe at 8:15, the first one I hear snoring, it's on. And another thing. And he's like, yo, wait, I completely forgot. Wait, what, were we mad? Were we mad? Because I'm going to be nice.
Cool, like,
I'm going to be nice all day. Yup, we're going to eat dinner. Everything's going to be cool. But come 8:15, the logs. I'm going back to the logs and we are going to have some discussions.
At 2:05, you said.
And another thing, let me check my Palm Pilot.
Wow. You would swear there's a court reporter in here, like, what?
With that little typewriter, just going.
With the 3 keys.
With the 3 keys on it. Just going. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So yeah, the style is delayed. That's what we'll call it. It's delayed.
But does it give you time to like cool down, or are you just like, oh, just wait till
no, that's not a cool down period. That's a he said, oh, it was that way he said
brief reprieve. And whoever is in the wrong, you better try to make up for it during that great reprieve, that time that you have. You better figure out, like, I'll be like, you want some chicken wings or something? I can make you some chicken wings, knowing I was dead wrong at 3:05, right? I got to get it right by 8:00. I got to get it together.
You know what's funny? I hadn't really think about it. Like,
you got time.
Food is a love language for us. So sometimes, it may be some. I know you had tea earlier, but you
want some tea? I know it's 4:15. Would you like some tea? So one of the things that, how they say never go to bed angry, we definitely do that. But we don't do that. That's fine. But every morning, no matter what the beef is, I still get my tea. Every morning I get my tea and some sort of breakfast item. So it could be a pastry, it could be fruit, it could be a smoothie, something like that. So it might get set on the side table a little heavier than usual. You know what I'm saying? It might have a little more attitude with it, but it's going to be there. Right? So that's kind of like that reminder that I'm not happy with you, but I'm not going anywhere. We still have our things that we're going to do.
Yeah, and one of our kids said that to me the other day. It was like, even though you might be mad at me, you still will do this or that. And, like he mentioned the breakfast, like, you could have I could have just blown it. And you still the next day, you're still like, let me know that, all right, I'm mad, but you're still here. I'm still gonna, love you and take care of you in a way that I still can. So that's one of those things where, again, going back to what our counselors told us, they need to know that they're still in a safe space. And I guess that was one way I could show that, all right, things went far, but not too far, you know?
Nice. Love that. Because it's still like, I still care about you. You're getting on my nerves, but I
Right.
still care about you.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I still want you to get that frog out your throat in the morning. Still want you to have a little food in your stomach.
Because y'all got business to do. Like, that, isn't that a
Yes.
lot though? You're working together, you're married, you're raising children together. Isn't it sometimes like, I'm sick of you. Can you just go somewhere?
It can be. It can be a lot. In that, like she said, she's got that long, I'll wait. I'll wait. And something I might have said at 8:05 in the morning, she stewed on all day because when we like at our off like we had an office, we were running a business together. We took the kids with us. We had a room in our office for the kids.
See how he keeps himself safe? You see how he
Uh-oh.
keeps the buffer?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So all day, I violated at 8:05, but I don't get checked until 8:15 at night. And I'm thinking, wait, but that's work. Like you can't bring that home. That's cheating. You can't do that.
No, I didn't really bring work home. You would get mad at work and hold on to that. So he and I took that personally. He takes work personally. I don't. That's the we're opposites in that way.
Yeah.
I work is for me is it is what it is.
And for me, work is part of your brand. That's who you are. Like if so maybe that's just a guy thing. Like you identify with who what you've been doing is people will say, okay, well that's the blacksmith, that's the silversmith, that's the candle maker. Well, he has a name too. Like
Well,
that's Carl.
yeah,
No, that's the
don't see
silversmith, right? So maybe that's a old way of thinking about it, but like I think about my brand is a part of what I bring to the table, what skills I have, and how I make my money. And so I take a lot of that very seriously, very personal. And so uh,
if I don't like something,
I don't take criticism well. So.
yeah, if we're working on something and I say, that's not exactly what I was looking for, he takes that personally.
How I'll hear that that may have been what she said, but how I hear that is, you stink.
You're terrible.
Everything you said, everything you ever do is wrong. Don, I just said
that particular one
so
thing.
my translation is oh, so the opinion of the one person that loves me unconditionally is this? Oh, heck.
Yeah, that's a whole other show. You may have to have us back on working together because I am very detached that way from work. Work is what it is. And then when we're at home, that's what it is. But if I said I didn't like that particular thing or whatever,
you just redid my whole
vibe. Yeah, he'll be like, I don't.
So what was wrong
you
with
want me to make dessert? Well, am I good enough to make dessert? Like it's
you didn't like my PowerPoint. Now you're gonna like my pepper pot? No.
he takes those things personally, but I think that's a good thing. It's a good thing because I'm one way. If we were both that way, we wouldn't be talking.
Yeah.
Or if we were both very detached, it still wouldn't work out.
Yeah, you need the balance, definitely. Yeah. Well, I want you guys to give, because I think this is important right now. There's so much bad advice online. What would be a takeaway from each of you that you would give to this young, social media heavy generation as far as like how to actually look for someone who might be a good complementary partner?
how to look for them.
Right, like
Wait, sorry, right? Because you were in the pond, you were looking. You knew exactly where
people
to
like go
look.
where the pretty people at.
well, I would say, look, if so, I tell people this all the time. You're going if you're fishing in a cesspool, you're probably gonna pull out something that you don't want. You're gonna want to throw it back. But if you go to a freshwater stream, you go somewhere where if you catch something there, you would actually eat it. Like that or I mean the analogy doesn't
It
carry.
doesn't translate.
But
Yeah, it's something you would want to keep.
You'd want to
yeah,
You
keep.
find
like
it
I
useful and
wouldn't
valuable.
yeah, like if you meet somebody at an event that you know something about the pedigree of the people that are at that event. You know, like say for example, if you're volunteering at an event, you know that somebody cares enough about that cause, about that thing, it almost filters out some of the people that would be at that thing. So, there are ways to put yourself in positions to where there's some pre-filters that have happened on who you're at. Like if you meet somebody at school, well, they probably they care something about education. You meet somebody at a volunteering event about cancer. Well, they probably have something in common of like you both maybe lost somebody that, to that type of cancer and you care enough to do something about it. Or, in our case, we both care about being entrepreneurs. My dad was an entrepreneur, her mom's an entrepreneur. Um, and, it's something that was in the family. So being able to know a little bit about that person and almost filter out some of the things through the things that you go through, the events that you go through. We met in college. We both, HBCUs were something that was important to both of us. So we were able to sort of filter out some things just by, where we're at. And, I think beyond that, you got to know who you are, because if you don't know who you are, it's going to be hard for you to figure out if you can be compatible with somebody else. Like I know I'm an extrovert. She's an introvert. I know things about how I process conversations and, how I process input that only somebody with a sense of humor can get through to me on. And, there's things about knowing yourself before you start trying to tell somebody else who you are. You need to figure out who you are. So I would say those are two things.
Ooh, someone who doesn't spend a lot of time online. If you are looking for, and I hate to be this way, but as a person who spends a reasonable amount of time online, when I see people who are focused on sharing every single second of their lives and they want to monetize their personal lives, I think that's to be avoided, right? Because at some point, and we've seen it with reality TV, we've seen it. And now that each one of us can be our own director, producer, cameraman, whatever, those same consequences that we've seen on all the Real Housewives from every every city they put it in, these relationships cannot withstand that much public scrutiny and feedback, right? The feedback is unnecessary. Back in the day, I hate to say it like that. I hate that I am a back in the day person, but you got feedback from the couple of friends that you let in, maybe a parent, maybe a grandparent, somebody at church. There are people who are striving to get feedback from the most people possible on their kids, on their house decor, on their outfit, on their spouse, on whatever dates they went on. they need those likes, those comments, those girl, you did a good job, girl, throw him in the trash, girl, that kind of a thing. It's too much. So what I would say is avoid people whose livelihood is based on public feedback on their personal lives.
Hmm.
That would be one of my main things. Now, if there's somebody who professionally that's what they do, like what you do, you comment on culture and stuff like that, and that's one thing. But if it's, hey, I'm in the shower,
Yeah, you'll never know what I had for breakfast.
I feel like that at some point, if it's your business, great, but I would not make my relationship my business.
But even that, I think there's like you said, there's limits and boundaries to it, and I think the big thing there is like, does that person have boundaries? Do they have discipline? Do they have any way that they prepare and set themselves aside to be an individual and be in a relationship where that relationship has space and room to breathe? Because it's a living entity, and if you don't care and feed for it, it's going to starve and die. And you're going to need to have room for it to grow. And if you choke out that room with every you know second being publicized, it's kind of hard to give it room to grow.
No, that's important advice. I've definitely seen it where people are like, "Hey, look at me. I'm walking down the street."
Look at me, I've tied my shoes.
Yeah.
We're holding hands now.
Yeah, and
Okay?
there is something about needing that feedback, wanting to be that public, that seems like you maybe don't have people in your real life that you can
Mhm.
call and talk to and just be in a space with them, be in real life with them. Keep some things off of social, off of, the internet so that you actually can just be like, I'm a human, I'm a person, I'm in real life first.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that makes a difference. We decided with Chat and Bother that there were some things we just weren't going to cover.
Yeah.
There's some things we're just not going to do. We're not going to get, but so personal. So a lot of the things, it'll be like personal nostalgia, stuff like that, things that people can relate to. But there's no real time. We don't really do real time stuff like that. At the end of the day, the relationship is first. It's not the content first. And a lot of relationships end up being content first.
Hmm.
Mm,
And that's
yeah.
that's unfortunate because a lot of them start off so in love and so happy, and you can't live for look, you can't even live for your in-laws, let alone
For likes.
a million people.
Yeah.
You just can't do that.
Yeah.
So
Or these days, a million bots.
a million bots, or your classmate from fourth grade who never liked you in the first place, like that kind of a thing.
Yeah. So you're never gonna make that person
You're
happy.
never going to make everybody happy. You might as well focus on your relationship, and that's that.
Makes sense. But before we close off, I want to know your favorite. I've seen it on your site, your favorite episodes, but you talked about nostalgia. And what is the one thing that you're like, oh, this is something we talk about all the time, like our
Mhm.
back in time thing, that song comes on, that poster, that show that's like the thing that we just like, oh, that will never die. I mean, aside from sniffing Dettol.
I've never talked about that on the show. This is an exclusive. That was an exclusive. Um, I think for both of us, we had the most fun on the Black History Month Q&A,
Yeah.
and we had a lot of fun, and the viewers loved that the most. So when we talk about, because I grew up in America, so a lot of the music we have in common, the movies, TV, when we did the Black History Month Q&A, that was really, everybody loved that. And I had a lot of fun as well. because I love all manner of music.
Yeah.
And that's another thing he didn't know about me. So the kids had this thing where they would turn on just back when it was XM radio, they would just turn on anything and be like, let's see how long it takes for mommy to be able to say the lyrics to these songs. I could kill that game show.
Yeah.
So in any genre, anything.
Yeah, I mean, whether it's a rock song or soft rock,
James
yacht
Taylor,
rock,
little yacht
elevator
rock.
music,
Mm-hmm.
hip hop.
Music don't have no words though.
But you knew some of it. Like, I mean,
Was I humming along? Probably.
I don't know. It didn't seem like there was any like bounds to like what stuff you knew. I'm like, how do you know that song? Where did
That might be a thing growing up in a Caribbean household because you hear everything.
Oh Lord, the amount of what's that lady name? Not Celine Dion,
Dolly
but
Parton.
look, we love a good country song.
Mhm.
Yes, yes.
Dolly,
Because
Kenny.
remember how much my dad loves what is that guy?
Ring of Fire?
Ring of Fire, Willie Nelson?
That's not what it was.
Nelson, Ring of Fire. No, that's
dude that sung Folsom Prison.
Yes, I fell into the burning ring of fire, and he went down, 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 and the flames went
Johnny
higher.
Cash.
Johnny Cash, that's his name.
Like, bro, how you like Johnny Cash and you from
Tobago? Yes,
Listen to everything.
yes, absolutely everything. He had me listening to everything.
Yeah,
he had me listening to what's that lady name? Tina Turner.
Oh, of course.
And my mom was like, "What do you mean?" What was I saying that had her freaking out? Private dancer. A dancer for money. Do what you want me to do. I was like 9 or 8, probably younger than that. My mom was like, "Do what? Who wants who to what?"
It wasn't until I was a teenager that I realized that song was inappropriate.
Okay. He was like, "You are nobody's private dancer."
No.
I mean,
Tina had stuff to tell us.
Tina had stuff. Shaka had stuff. Like I will say, I think that is something that we do. We consume all the music.
Yes.
And I think it's because, especially soca is kind of a fusion music, but you hear so many genres growing up. Like I can quote Dolly Parton lyrics that country folks don't know.
girl, and no, and they paid for the whole album. You gonna listen to the whole album, okay? You're not gonna just keep playing. You're not gonna wear out the grooves in one area. You're gonna listen to the whole thing.
You could quote the B-side.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, we would hear country music just because when we went to go visit my dad's people in Alabama, there was only a certain number of stations that you're going to be able to pick up. And so some of those were country stations. You'd be like, all right, well, let's get ready. Let's find what we like on there.
Might as well enjoy it. But I think those are the whenever we're talking about music or Black culture generally, old school music and stuff. Yeah. I think that's when we both have a great time.
Yeah. Or when we're talking about crazy events that happen, like we both had incidents with goats. Like what?
Yeah, if the goat episode is your favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah, the goat episode is his favorite. Mine is probably the Q&A Sunday about I think we were talking about music, like the best soundtrack.
Oh,
the best black soundtrack.
Yes.
And I said that it was The Bodyguard, and I got all sorts of feedback that that's not a Black movie. But it is a Black movie if the lead is Whitney Houston, who is Black, and she smoked Newports. You don't get blacker than that. Do you get blacker than that?
No, we're going to have to argue that. We're going to have to argue that because that is not. You left out Jason's lyric. You left out Higher Learning. You left out, you went to The Bodyguard.
I think that it was was it most well known? I think it was most well known. I think it was most well known.
Whatever,
he didn't agree.
Whatever.
No, he didn't agree.
I mean, I'll rock with Whitney, but there's so many other.
Because people were like, that's a Kevin Costner movie. And I'm like, no, it's not. No, it's not.
He wouldn't have made that movie by himself.
He could not have made that movie with nobody else but Whitney. Nobody else.
I wanted to end on a high note, but that wasn't it. I apologize
Ooh.
to the listeners and the viewers. Did not know this ahead of time in the screening.
When I screened these people, they did not reveal that.
No. But you can redeem yourself by picking a different one now. You could. Because now that you know Black movies and Black movie soundtracks, you can pick anything else.
Wow. Above the Rim?
There we go.
Yeah.
She picked a good one. You got Tupac on it. You picked a good one. There are some real good classics on that one. Okay.
Okay.
Girl.
You were like, I was about to have to block you.
Have to cut this part.
Thank you so much for having us. This was a good time.
Yeah. I'm glad. And tell everybody how they can follow, support, listen to the Chat and Bother podcast, and also catch up on some of your content from Soca Mom.
Let's see. So YouTube is the best way to actually see our faces. We are on all the audio only platforms. It's at Chat and Bother for Threads, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, X, but we're not really there. It's there's nothing there. And chatandbother.com. It's AND, so that's all spelled out. So it's chatandbother.com. You can get the links to basically everything. And you can watch we have the YouTube videos there. On Spotify, the videos there as well. So you can do audio only Spotify, or you can see our beautiful faces. Yes.
You can watch the reactions when she says something like the best soundtrack is Bodyguard.
Hey, I mean, he didn't. Did you agree? Because now you're about to be in trouble. Did you?
No.
Oh, that's right. Because you told me that. Asked me had I heard Love Jones.
Yeah, I'm like, how you not?
Come on.
I got fussed at for that as well because I still have not finished watching Love Jones. But thank you for having us. This was lovely.
I thought we had redeemed you, and then you said those words.
Yeah, it just gets worse and worse, doesn't it?
Penny with a hole in it.
Is it? Did you call me a penny with a?
I was saying that's his song.
Okay, I was just making sure you wouldn't call me a penny with a hole in it.
See, if she knew the soundtrack and had seen the movie, she
said I'm hopeless. I know the song, but I just couldn't make it through that whole movie.
You're not making it better.
I'm not.
Stop now. Don't bother chatting.
Just let it go.
No.
Let it leave. Okay.
Let it ride.
See what I did there? See what I did?
I see what you did.
Well, thank you both, Don, Eva Wilson. Thank you for joining the BK Rant Array podcast. We will put all of the ways to contact you and follow your content in the description, but I am just so excited to see you get ripped in the comments, basically.
Here we go. Oh, gosh.
Well, this has been fun, so thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us.
Of course. Bye.
Bye.